the most intense form of meditation. The level on top, intense meditation. When you practice intense meditation, I recommend that you lay down on a flat surface. A flat surface like a bed here. So don't be alarmed. This is going to be the zone for the moment. This is my flat surface here. You want to be somewhere comfortable. You want to be somewhere where you can really rest and you can really access this safe place. You do not want to be operating a motored vehicle. This is not like conscious meditation. This is not like traditional meditation. This can be dangerous. So once again, you want to find a safe place of solitude where no one is going to mess with you, where no one is going to annoy you or interfere with this place that you are going to, because this is going to be a very deep place. Now that you see what is required as far as your location, let's flip back around over here for a split second and let's just talk about it. This intense meditation. What is intense meditation? Intense meditation is accessing a deep concentration, a deep state in which your body can heal itself. This form of meditation is not for the weak. This form of meditation is not for someone who just wants to casually try meditation. This form of meditation is for someone who really wants to access a deep focus, a deep connection with themselves. This form of meditation goes in rounds, and it requires a strong focus and attention span. So once again, you want to find yourself on a flat surface. You want to lay down and you want to be relaxed. You want to be at ease. You want to be at peace. So find yourself somewhere where no one can interrupt, where no one can interfere. I would suggest lying down on a couch or lying down on a bed, or perhaps lying down on a flat surface like the floor or the ground, or even if you were in nature and you wanted to really go there, you would just lie flat on the earth. And your hands are going to be relaxed. If you choose to do a specific mantra, a specific mudra, you can do so. But make sure you understand the differences in the mudras, and make sure you are choosing the right mudra for whatever you are working out. Each mudra has its own positive perks. Each mudra has its own boost. And what's happening is something that we will talk about on another occasion. We will go over how to meditate using traditional mudras. But today is about intense meditation. And of course, you're going to want some water on reserve. I would advise that you take as much water as you can before you go on this journey. This is unlike any other forms of meditation. This is the most intense technique you can access. This is the most intense practice you can experience. And today we are going to do so. So once again, find your flat surface. Today I'm going to be using a bed. And I'm going to go ahead and take as much water as I can before we begin. Essentially, that's how you do it. You lay down flat. You put yourself in a safe environment where you can access solitude and peace and no disturbances. And third and most importantly, you do it in a safe environment, not in a vehicle, not somewhere in public. You really want to be secluded for this because you're going somewhere and the outside physical world, the outside reality is not something that you want to disturb you. Okay? We're going to be counting down from the number 33. And with each decline in sequence, as always, you are connecting your breath to the number. For every number moving down the sequence is one deep breath. When you get to the end of the sequence, the number 1, you're going to take one final deep breath, and then you're going to exhale. Here's the kicker. After you exhale, when you have finished the sequence, you are going to not breathe at all. And what's happening is your body and your blood cells are being oxidated. You're going to take in more oxygen than you ever have. These are intense breaths, not like a traditional breath, which is simple as breathing through the nose, holding 1 to 2 or 3 seconds, and then exhaling through your mouth. For this form of intense meditation, I want you to specifically and exclusively breathe through your mouth. This is the only time I will recommend that you don't use your nose for inhaling. In traditional meditation, it is recommended that you breathe in through your nose. In the real world, every day, just navigating life, they say you should breathe through your nose. But today, as we try meditation with the intense practice, we are going to explicitly breathe through our mouth. Counting down from 33, when we get to the bottom, we're going to take one final deep breath, and then we're going to let it go. And at that point, don't breathe. Don't breathe for as long as physically possible until your mind and your heart tells you, if I don't take another breath, I'm not going to make it. Once again, this is an extremely intense practice, and for some, it could be a dangerous practice. So if you ever feel any pain or any sensation of major discomfort, I would advise you to stop and to come back to reality. You will feel sensations unlike anything you've ever felt before in the world of meditation. You will be able to taste the oxygen in the room, unlike any taste of oxygen you've ever had before, because your body is being completely oxidized. Your blood cells are carrying an exponential amount of oxygen, which triggers a chain reaction through your entire body. And what you will begin to understand is, through the practice of intense meditation, you are storing massive amounts of oxygen within your body. So when you reach the bottom of that sequence, you won't need to breathe. When you take that last breath, you won't need to breathe anymore, because it will be a extremely efficient state that you are putting your body in which your entire ecosystem is carrying crazy amounts of oxygen. So let's begin, shall we? Are you ready to try intense meditation? I hope so. For this experience, let's go ahead and trigger the waves. And as always, there will be 15 minutes with my guide, and then 15 minutes without my live guide. But I will be incorporating a background track so I can participate in this second round. However, you should know that I recommend about 3 rounds to truly take advantage of this technique. And with each round, you are going to a deeper and deeper state. By that third round, you are almost in this invincible state. And what's actually happening to your biological system within your body, within your respiratory system, within your blood circulation, within your brain, and your heart pumping this oxidated blood, so much can be healed. This form of meditation, I truly believe, can heal sickness. I do believe I had coronavirus at the top of the year, somewhere around February, and I would practice intense meditation, and I would attribute my recovery to intense meditation. I repeat, I would attribute my recovery to this practice of intense meditation. This can cure depression. This can cure fatigue. This can cure frustration. This can cure respiratory illness. This can cure your immune system. It has been clinically proven. And at the end of this session, we will talk more about this. So let's go ahead and get into it. That is how you practice intense meditation. Now, let's try meditation. We're going to go ahead and cue 15 minutes of waves here. And we are going to find that comfort place. My comfort place today is going to be right here where I sleep every day. This is going to be my place of comfort. So, laying flat down on this surface here. This might be a bit difficult to do and monitor my stream at the same time. If I lose audio, it might be a little bit hard for me to notice. So for this purpose, in this exercise, I want you all to participate. And if you can't participate, take notes and try it on your own time. So how's this? This seems to be fine here. You have to stare at my forehead, unfortunately. Here, let's get my forehead out of the way. And let's begin. Once again, remember, the breath that you're taking is recommended to come from the mouth. You are inhaling through your mouth. Now, I will attempt to do this as I guide you through this, but it will be quite challenging for me. Nevertheless, here we go. Find yourself nice and comfortable, positioning-wise. This is one of the easiest parts about this form of meditation because you're literally laying down. It's possible that you might get quite sleepy throughout this. It's possible that you might go to sleep. Please don't mind my mismatched socks. I'm sure if I would have never pointed them out, you wouldn't have even noticed. That's how the world works. Until we point things out, you don't really notice them. Eyes closed. Relax. And let's start counting down from 33. And each breath will be connected to each number. Like so. $33. 32. 31. 30. Big breaths here. 29. 28. 27. 26. 25. 24. 23. 22. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. 14. 13. 12. Deep breaths. 11. Deep breaths. 10. 'The deepest breaths you have ever taken. That was 9. This is 8. 7. Notice the change in your body. 6. 5. Deep breaths. 4. Your body is being oxidated. 3. 2. 1. Final breath. Exhale. Deep breath. Hold. Notice the change in your body. And exhale. Stop breathing. Don't breathe. Hold. When you feel like you have to breathe, take a deep breath. And hold. And exhale. That was one round of intense meditation. Notice how your body feels. Let's take a moment to talk about that. And then we're going to do it for 3 more rounds. And we're going to go to a very deep place. I want to know, though, how did that go for you? Talk to me. Talk to me. Let's talk about it. How was that experience for you? And then we're going to trigger a track that I have provided for the stream today. And we are going to do 3 more rounds. That was just a warm-up. But notice how your body feels. Notice what that experience was like. Quite different from anything we've ever done before, right? Ben says, I didn't know I could not breathe for that long. I agree, Ben. Isn't it funny? You almost feel like you're underwater and you could participate in the deepest depth required to hold your breath. Because what's happening is your entire body is being oxidated. Notice how the oxygen tastes. It has a different taste to it. Notice how you can become so conscious to how your body feels. I could feel my heart beating. That's the one thing that I notice. And also notice how hard it is to break focus. If you are actively breathing, if you are actively participating in the intense meditation, it's extremely hard to break focus. My hands and toes are tingly, Kaboso says from South Africa. Thank you for joining us, Kaboso. Thank you for joining us, Dillier. Thank you for joining us, Jalen Drake. Thank you for joining us, Waffle Stomper. Thank you for joining us, Hey Parzival in India. Yes, my hands and toes are tingly as well. That's one of the sensations. And remember, each round that we practice goes deeper and deeper. And if you practice this form of meditation every day, nothing can stop you. Nothing anyone on the internet says can stop you. Nothing any one of your family members says can stop you. Nothing can stop you. This form of intense meditation will strengthen your immune system. It has been clinically proven that your immune system is almost rejuvenated in a renewal state, a reset state. So let's do it again, shall we? And this time, when we do it, we are going to do it for 3 rounds. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just joining us today, we are practicing intense meditation. That was the first round with the guide. Traditionally on my meditation streams, I do 1 round with the guide, me being the guide, and 1 round without the guide. Today, however, I'm going to trigger another guide that I have provided for the stream so I can participate actively. And after 3 rounds, we're all going to be feeling amazing, and we're going to talk about it. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself some water. Get yourself situated here. Find a flat surface. If you can't sit in the flat surface, okay, fine. You can sit in a chair. However, you really want to be in the most relaxed state possible because you want to access this serenity, this peacefulness. You want to access this idea of true solitude, true inner peace, and you have to be alone to do that. And you also I really strongly recommend you lay flat down on a surface to do this. Okay, so Blondie, thank you for joining us today. Meditation stream as promised. I'm very happy to see you here. Regardless if you're late, you are right on time. Because this is where we're going to get deep, ladies and gentlemen. That was 15 minutes right there. And you are right on time. I'm going to trigger another guide here. I will give everyone a moment just to have some water, because we are going in again, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to an even deeper place. With each round, it gets deeper and deeper. So now we've done one round. Now that you know how to do it, we're going to do it again. Follow the guide and the breathing. Connect each breath to the number, going down in sequence. And when you get all the way to the bottom, after 1, you're going to take 1 deep breath. You're going to exhale, and then you're going to stop breathing. And you're going to hold on to nothing for as long as you can. And then you're going to take another deep breath, maybe about 60 seconds later. And from there, you will be in deep, intense meditation. So let's trigger this again, shall we? Here we go. Everyone, take your water. I'm going to drink some water right here real quick. You can't see me. I'm just drinking water. And we're going to do this again. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but that was intense. I'm sweating right now. My hands are still tingling. Let me just take a moment here to just process that. Holy pardon my language. Yeah, I had to go deeply there. Thank you very much. I might not be able to eat that for a minute, though. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Wow. So once again, you just participated in intense meditation there. And that for me was honestly the most intense session I think I've ever had. By the end of that, my hands, I switched into a mudra, by the way. We'll go over all of the mudras on Monday. Come back on Monday if you would like to go over all of the mudras. And like I was saying, I used a specific mudra today. Are we still here? Okay. You're still with me? You still here, ladies and gentlemen? I hope. I think you are. Let me know if we get any disturbances in the stream here, and the quality of the stream. So, thank you, Blondie. Thank you, Delier. I see Moss sent you Mind Over Substance. Shout-outs to Moss, and shout-outs to you. I would drop a boom right now, but, man, I'm in a deep state right now. First off, whenever you're finished meditating, the most important thing to do is to not do anything. You just want to process that. I don't know if you want to go back and watch the playback there. All my subs out there, I was pretty much stuck at the end of that. I almost didn't want to move, but I was like, shit, I gotta finish this stream. Like, I was ready to just be there forever. But let's talk about how that went for you. Tell me, Koboso. Tell me, Delier. Tell me, Blondie. Tell me, Waffle Stomper. How did that go for you? Let's talk about it. I want to know how that experience was for you. Let's talk about it. Blondie says it was great. Great in what regard, Blondie? Could you be a bit more specific for me, please? I feel very humble. Amazing. Humbling indeed. Humbling indeed. Thank you for the follow, Delier Gaming. Delier, by the way. How do you feel, Delier? If I'm saying that correctly, if I'm butchering it, my apologies. How did that go for you? Ben says each round was more intense than the last. I agree. Each round was more intense than the last. It was amazing because I don't feel anger like I normally do. Are you an angry person, Delier? Are you someone who navigates through the world in anger? Are you upset about something? What are you so angry about? Just out of curiosity, what angers you the most, Delier? Tell us, if you don't mind sharing. Koboso, how did that go for you? I know after that very first round, you said that your hands were feeling tingly. Everyone, please participate in the discussion. The more you tell me, the more we get out of this as a group, as a community. How did that go for you? There's some Voyagers out there that missed this experience today. It's a shame because this is a very unique experience. I'm not sure. I get angry at the smallest things. Okay, Delier, I don't want you to be angry ever. I don't want you to be angry about anything. And if this relieved your anger, my friend, my brother, my sister, whomever you may be, I encourage you to do this as much as possible. Meditation takes all the bad off of my mind. I agree. I had a bit of tension I was carrying from this morning. And by that second or third round, it was completely removed. It was completely gone. And I agree with you also, Ben. By that third round, I was in a deep place. I was definitely somewhere else. Definitely by the time I got to like a 12 on round 3, I was out of here. Whatever you're going through, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you are doing, Delier, remember to take a moment and breathe. Take a deep breath. That's the whole purpose of this. Koboso says, it was my first time. I could have sworn I had a cricket in my left ear every time I held my breath. The third round, the crickets were in both ears. Almost like electronic crickets, if that makes sense. Yo, that's deep. That's some deep discoveries there. Tension is the word I was looking for. I found myself by that third round sweating. It's not hot in here at all. It's actually quite cool in this room right now. But for some reason, by the time I got to that third round, I don't know if you guys saw me when I lifted up, but my pores were what seemed like expelling toxic energy, toxic substances were removed from my body. I have no doubt. Now imagine how great your life would be if you could do something like this once a day. Delia is also sweating. Is it hot in your room, in your area, Delia? Or is it cool? Perhaps you're from Florida if you know Moss. I could be completely wrong. Was everyone laying flat down? Just out of curiosity. Did anyone participate in this sitting in a chair? Just out of curiosity. Anyone out there participate this in a chair? Participate in this sitting in a chair? Let me know if you did. Blondie, you sat in a chair while you practice intense meditation? Oh, Blondie was laying down. Okay. Blondie was laying down. Okay. Yeah, there's something about laying down. Delia was also laying down. Ben was in the bed. There's something about laying down that just puts everything at ease. There's something about laying down that allows you to access a deeper state. It's really special, intense meditation. And that was my version of intense meditation. Let's review one more time. Hello. Welcome to Try Meditation. Today, we are going to talk about intense meditation. You might be wondering how to practice intense meditation. The first step is to find a safe, comfortable, isolated environment. The second step is to lay flat down on a surface, either a couch or a bed or the ground if you're outside, or the floor if you're inside. From there, you are going to count down from the number 33. As you decline in sequence, each breath you take is deeper and deeper. Unlike conscious meditation and try meditation, I recommend that you inhale through your mouth, because the objective is, with each breath, you are taking in more air than you did with the previous breath. And the greatest way to access the maximum amount of air is to breathe through your mouth. As you are moving down the sequence, counting down from 33 to 1, you attach your inhale to the number and the exhale to the same number. And with each new inhale you take, you are moving down the sequence. As you progress down the sequence, you will notice tingly, electrifying sensations. And when you get down to number 1, you're going to take the deepest breath possible. And then you are going to let it all go. Now you're at 0. and you hold. You don't inhale. And you make sure that you have exhaled all of the oxygen you are holding on to. You have to really consciously make sure by the time you get to 0, there is no oxygen in your body at all. Of course, this whole time your eyes are closed. But it's within this moment that the intense meditation really starts to work. Because your body is completely oxidated and you don't need air. So you hold. And you allow your oxidated blood cells to supply the air to your bloodstream, your brain, and your heart. And you hold for as long as you can. And when you are at the point where you feel like you can't go on without breathing, you take a very deep breath. And this breath that you take, this renewed breath, which triggers the next round of intense meditation, should be the deepest breath you have taken yet. And you want to bring in as much air as you can. And hold. And it is within this hold now that you acknowledge the positive sensations of intense meditation. From there, you exhale, and then you repeat, starting from the number 33 and working all the way down. I recommend 3 rounds. Try meditation. Now that you know how to practice intense meditation, I encourage you to turn the guide off and to try meditation. And that is how you do it. Koboso says exactly, that's the feeling, like getting rid of something, tingly, electrifying. I was